Hello everyone and welcome to our highlight show for the Day 3 of the Sinful Cup. I'm your host Nazi Paikidze and I'm here with two grandmasters, Yasser Seirawan and Peter Svidler.
It was a pleasure, Nazi, being with you and Peter today. It was great.
It was, and it was an eventful day. Let's take a look at the results after round 3. There was only one decisive game. It was Fabiano Caruana who defeated Alireza Firouzja. The other games were drawn, but they were not quiet draws.
There were some misses. And Peter, Fabi, that was a huge victory, just simply huge.
Yeah, an absolutely massive victory in the context of both this tournament and the tour as a whole. Fabi was playing white against Alireza Firouzja, and they got a pretty balanced position out of the opening where we felt that Alireza as black was doing fine. I even liked his position, maybe even a little bit more. But Fabi treated that position with a lot more precision than Alireza did, and gradually Alireza's position became worse and worse. And also for the third day running, he left himself in horrible time trouble. And a combination of those factors and very nice play by Fabiano resulted in his victory. Let's take a look at the highlights.
Wow. For those of you joining us late, this game between Fabiano and Alireza, the fight for first. Alireza, one of the three players, tied for first. A very tricky opening has evolved into a position where we like Fabi's positional play very much. He's got the space, he's got the control, and there's this massive weakness on e5 that all of Fabi's pieces are going to converge on over the next 10 moves. But it's the time, Nazi.
Alireza has only 3 minutes for next 15 moves or so, but he's defending well.
For those of you joining us late, Fabiano is in very good shape here in the middle game. He got a positional advantage that included a nice space advantage and a weak pawn on e5. And because of time trouble, I want to say mostly because of time trouble, Alireza has now blundered away his e5 pawn, and we think...
Nazi.
C4 on the board.
Not a good move, I'm pretty sure, but you can understand not having the patience to wait anymore. Because losing the e5 pawn for nothing is going to be very, very bad.
But if I'm in white, if I'm in Fabi's shoes, I suddenly shift my attention. I say, I'm no longer interested in your e5 pawn. I would very much like to take the c4 pawn on my own terms. And I play like bishop c5.
Maybe
very
C3?
strong.
Fabi played a really good chess. Wow, Alireza resigns right here.
Yeah. Congratulations, Fabi, as he takes down one of our tournament co-leaders and becomes co-leader himself.
Very important victory for Fabi, leapfrogging for Alireza in both the GCT standings and the Sinful Cup standings, and now feeling a lot better about his prospects of making it to Brazil.
Absolutely, Peter. And another game with huge ramifications was a game between Maxime Bashar-Lagrave and Levon Aronian. And Levon was on the back foot and MVL was playing an absolutely terrific game. Have a look. MVL versus Levon.
It remains probably our sharpest game, despite the fact that MVL did not...
G3.
That's what made me vocalize there. Yeah.
Wow.
We've seen this line. We are, for those of our viewers who perhaps may have missed it, we are somewhat regretting Bishop d4 not coming onto the board. Would have been a more fun game, we feel. But after the Bishop trade and Bishop c6, best move, apparently stronger than Rook f2 for some reason, it would have been so difficult for me to actually give this bishop all these squares. I guess my reaction was completely overblown, and it's just totally fine. And having this rook free, not really.
It was pure revulsion for me, Peter. I mean,
exactly the same here.
It's massively consequential for the rest of the game.
Which is why they're there and we're here. I think.
I guess
one of the reasons. Levon did not find Rook g4, as we were saying. Rook g4, Rook e4 does appear to be holding here, but he played Rook d5. And here there were two positions I wanted to show you. First of all, my move h3. And specifically, the cute thing here is after takes king d7, which is by far the best for black, Queen h8, Rook g3, King h2 is apparently the best for white. Yeah, nobody does that. I just wanted to show you this as a kind of a diagram. But more relevantly to the game, after Rook d5, Rook takes d5, it's weaker than h3. But Levon is now, the reason he hasn't made a move here is, I'm pretty sure he thought, okay, what's the problem? I'll play Queen D8.
He did.
Queen D8, Queen E5, you're lost.
Lost.
They made a couple more moves.
This is gone. Yeah, if he finds Rook B1 now, the advantage appears to be completely decisive, which is kind of very, very breaking news.
No. What happened, Peter?
Well,
we're getting a rook and bishop versus rook.
We're going to watch the dreaded rook and bishop, but yeah,
What
disaster happened there for MVL. He was in complete control, and we have seen very strong players fail to defend this endgame. But yeah, MVL there with a hand on his head, realizing just what a big miss just occurred.
Maxime just captured the rook, and that seals the draw. And there you see it, the players smiles, but what a relief for Levon. It was a massive spill by Maxime there, MVL not winning that game, and that was so crucial to the GCT Tour standings as well as the Sinquefield Cup, Nessie.
Absolutely, yes, sir. And let's take a look at the standings in this tournament after round 3. There are 3 players tied for first. It's Fabiano Caruana, Levon Aronian after saving that game,
Right.
and Pragnananda with 2 points. Then there are 5 players at 50% and Duda and Noterbeck at minus.
It could easily have been MVL in Levon's position at the very top and Levon in Maxime's position.
Well, thank you all for watching. Day 4 tomorrow. Join us again.
Good night from St. Louis.